I'm Sohaila for The Dog Show. I'm here at New York's Super Pet Adoption with Sarah, who is here to tell us about Shelter Us books. So these are books that your father wrote, and what else can you tell us about the importance of the books he wrote?
Sure. So my dad's name is Sarah Starewicz. He's from the suburbs of Chicago. He's a retired teacher, and one day he found out that his local humane society was looking for dog walkers. He was like, fine, I guess I can go and walk 3 dogs. So he came home and he fell in love with it and wanted to do more. So he wrote these 4 children's books called Shelter Us books about the animals that he works with as a volunteer dog walker at the shelter. And 100% of the proceeds goes to his shelter, and it's called Humane Society Calumet Area in Munster, Indiana.
Do you know if any of the stories in these books were actually inspired by events that the dogs he walked did?
I think in general, yeah, he's got a lot of little bits and pieces that he's drawn from. I think he's used some of his imagination too. But his first book, The Tales of Max and Miles, were actually inspired by our own family dogs named Max and Miles, but the rest are about the shelter animals that he has worked with.
That's so sweet. And who does he dedicate the books to?
He dedicates each and every book to all shelter animal staff and volunteers in the world, because he knows that their work never ends.
And how can anyone get in touch with owning or purchasing some of these books?
Sure. So Shelter Us books are good for grades 1 through 5, and they're available on Amazon.com. They're all under $15. Max and Miles is 3 books in 1, and everyone can follow my dad and his adventures at the shelter on his Facebook page at Shelter Us Books, Instagram at Shelter Us Books, and Twitter at Shelter Us.
And when you lived with your dad in Chicago before you came to New York, right?
I did, yeah.
And did you take part in any of the dog walking that he did?
It's kind of funny. During college, I had a service project to do, so I chose that humane society to go volunteer dog walk. Mm-hmm. And then previously, my parents' first dog as a married couple came from that shelter.
Oh, that's so sweet. What kind of dog was it?
She was a mutt.
And what was her name?
Her name was Mindy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. And if you would like to purchase one of these books, don't forget to go to Amazon.com. And I'm Sohaila for The Dog Show.